All right, Reddit time. First Reddit post. Why is it so hard to get dates? As a 24 years old man, still a virgin, getting dates is way harder than any other thing I've tried to accomplish in my life. I thought that having superb money, a condo, and being okay looking will make me presentable to the feminine majority. Why do women like to talk hours via text about everything but not in person? Knowing them fully and not virtually. In my 4 years of active dating scene, I could count the numbers of times I went to meet the other gender on my fingers. Ladies, why meeting a man in person doesn't interest you anymore? What could I advantage myself via text to eager you to meet me faster? To eager you to meet me faster. Why does that sound weird? So you seem to not be having a problem getting women to talk to you. You just have a problem getting women on dates. Set up a date. Set up a date. If you're sitting there waiting for her to set the date up, she's most likely not going to set the date up. Just based off our culture and based on the fact that women want the man to be proactive and make the first move, she's not going to sit there and wait for you to sit there and set the date up herself. She's not going to do that. Now you might find a girl who skip the rules. I'm going to go for what I want, and she will set the date up. But I know, I'm trying to think. I can count on maybe. I'm trying to think. Maybe one hand. Of all the years of dating, I may count one hand of a girl actually hey, what are you doing? Want to come, go do something? Invite me on a date. All the other times I had to invite the girl on a date. I had to be like, you know what? Hey, what are you doing? What's your free time looking like? What's your weekend looking like? What's your weekday look like? What's your schedules? And then second, figure out, okay, so she's free on Friday. I'm free on Friday at this time. Hey, you want to go get, depending on what you're into, if it's a short, hey, just want to meet you to see how you are in person before we go elsewhere. You want to go get a cup of coffee. Then it's all right, cool. We realize we're vibing, go for drinks. Or you can be like, hey, you want to go get drinks or you want to go bowling, whatever the case may be, depending on how well your conversation is going over the phone. But also you can call her. Call her and say, hey, can I talk to you over the phone? Set a conversation, go from there. And then hey, can I take you on a date? When the next time you're free? 2 weeks? It's a while, but I can make that happen. What just you're doing right here is you're just waiting for her. You need to make the first move and invite her on the date. And then if she keeps saying, well, I'm busy this time. All right, cool. The ball's in your court. Set up a date. And she doesn't say, I'm busy and, but I'm free next Wednesday. If she doesn't give you those options, or she just says, I'm busy and doesn't get anything else, but then continue to talk to you like nothing happened, leave her be. She's not looking to date. Go find another girl to date. But if she says, I'm busy, but I'm free next Thursday, there you go. You have your date established. So get on to the date. Make the date happen. Stop waiting for her, waiting for the ladies to make the date. You make the date. Because you just wait, you're going to keep talking and texting like the last episode. Dudes just kept texting, talking all day long. And then the girls found somebody else or lost interest and went elsewhere because you waited too long. Make the move. Ask her on a date. All right, next question. Did I mess up everything or is it her fault? I matched with this lady on Tinder. There we go, Tinder one. I thought she was pretty and interesting and we had initially a flowing conversation. After a while, she started just to reply to my questions without adding anything else. Her last answer was just, yep. I've been there. I've been there. Okay, this is the most frustrating thing someone can do. I had it so many times. I hate it. It's so disrespectful in respect to someone else who is trying to know you. Girls, women, please, if you're not interested, stop answering. Stop wasting people's time. Okay, rant done. The thing is, in the past, I would have simply ignored her, but I had so enough that I now started to be sarcastic with women to do that. So I replied Thank you for your time. Then she replied, what do you mean? And I explained my sarcasm because of her short answer. All right, don't become petty, because now you're becoming petty and now you're looking like the jerk. She said she was interested in me, but she was in work and busy. She couldn't write plentiful replies. See, that's what the app is for. Get off the app. Get off the app. So I apologize and explained it's better to reply with delay, but show effort and interest rather than giving short answers. It's not that deep. She replied that I am insecure and that this won't work because she cannot be herself now. Okay, I understand her point. I understand I could have spread my sarcasm, but you don't reply with yep to someone you're interested in, and I had so enough of it. My only concern is that probably she doesn't know dating apps etiquette. I'm going to finish this. I just had to take a moment. Dating app etiquette. She doesn't know dating app etiquette. Okay, coming back in. And she really could have been interested. But please, 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 women, if you're not interested, silence or unmatching is the best thing you can do for everyone. How about you invite her on a date? If you're having a flowing conversation with somebody, get her off the app. What are you waiting for? You're going back and forth. It's a dating app. She replies with yep to an answer, starting another part of the conversation. Or you'd be like, hey, this conversation going great. Would you like to go on a date? We'd like to meet. I have done it before. I have even been on a conversation. You may match with somebody, give answers, and then you get one word response. And then I was like, okay, well, I can't figure out how to respond back to the yep or sounds good or awesome, really neat. Like, how do I respond back to this? Well, let's start the conversation with something different. Then get that flowing conversation. Once I get the flowing conversation, I am trying to move to an in-person date to see how our personality matches in person. To sit there and then start being petty with somebody because you're full of it. How about you get off the app? Dating app etiquette. Yeah, there's some few things like don't send dick pics or don't send news to somebody on a dating app, or hit up somebody. Well, I was gonna say hit up somebody, be like, hey, you free? Hey, you up? But even then, that works on some people. It works on some women. It works on some guys where a girl hit up a guy and said, you up? And he's like, well, I guess I am now. Like, what are you up? What are you up to? So I can't even say like don't do that, because if people are looking for different things on dating apps. But if you're having a good conversation with somebody, one, dating apps, some people don't have it. Messages pop up for their phone for dating apps. Some people just have it off in a corner where they don't get notifications, so they have to go to and look at it. Some people might have it in a folder. Some people have different spots. If they're at working like a normal person, working 8 hours a day or 4 hours a day, whatever the case may be, they're not going to respond back in certain hours. They're just not going to do that. So don't get mad at her for saying yep to you. Also, ask open-ended questions. Don't ask questions that can end with one-word answers. That's nothing going to do it. How's your day going? Great. What are you doing for today? Working. Okay. They're busy. But you like, hey, would you like to go on a date this weekend? Are you free? Yes, no, maybe. Yes. Okay. She'll give you, then like, all right, what time? Or let's go this weekend. I don't even ask, are you free? Are you available to go on a date? Well, I guess, are you available on a date? It's still going to get a yes or no answer. But at least you know your answer right there and know how far they want to go to meet you. Get off the apps. Once you start having these conversations, for right now, these last two guys have had great conversations. They just are not getting out of their own way. To be petty and like, well, I'm going to be sarcastic with her. Why down his heel? You just missed a potentially good person because you decide to be an asshole. Does that make sense to you? All right. Next one. Took a girl home. We cuddled for hours. Question mark. Met a great lady at a club and went back to mine to get to know each other better. And it was kind of strange as we just talked and then pretty much spooned for like 4 hours until we fell asleep. Just light touching, no sex. Woke up and did the same for a couple more hours until I had to go out for the day. We were both super into it and it didn't feel weird at the time. And to be honest, it was nice to not feel pressured or need to perform. But now, a day later, I'm unsure if I didn't get any hints and disappointed her. Unsure if I didn't get any hints and disappointed her. I guess my question is this pretty normal to just meet someone and not sleep with them? I like her and have honestly never had an attraction like this. That's normal, man. That's perfectly fine. You had a good night. You met a girl at the club. Y'all both was into each other. Y'all both went back to your place. Y'all talked about who knows what. And y'all cuddled for 4 hours. Not every time you have to have a date with somebody. Not every time you have to meet with somebody that you have to have sex on the first time. Or you have to cuddle. Or you have to kiss. Or do something sexual. You don't have to do that. Go at your own pace. You probably didn't miss a hit. Or if she did, and she was being so subtle that like the bat of an eye, that was a horrible bat, was like, I'm interested, let's get it on. If that what it was, I don't know how many guys would have saw that too. Like, oh, she's blinking 5 times. She must be. I try to say with a straight face. She must be ready to get down. like you didn't do anything wrong. And if she waited for you to make the first move, you wasn't comfortable in that situation to do that, which is great. Matter of fact, from here, you got her number, ask her out. If you did get her number, hopefully you got her number. Please, some of you got her number. But if you did get her number, ask her out on another date. That's probably where you guys are both sober. Or I would say if you get a drink, at least one drink, but at least be sober enough where you guys can have a conversation and see how you guys are, your non-club version of yourselves look like. And from there, make the move by like, hey, ask her, can you kiss her? Hey, go from there. Ask like, can I kiss you? You already cuddled, so I would ask, can you go for a kiss? And if she said, yeah, sure. Like, there you go, you're in. And then from there, you can have a conversation about, I don't know, I'm trying to think because I don't have a conversation. I guess, yeah, just pretty much ask like, hey, are you okay with hooking up? How do you feel about that? Like, I don't know. You can go from there, but starting with the kiss is probably the first thing and see how she reacts to you and go from there. And then don't forget, no means no. So she says no, you stop regardless. But yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. You're perfectly fine in the situation. All right, next question. Guy I'm newly exclusive with hasn't deleted Bumble yet and has it set to travel mode for upcoming work trip. I have no idea how to bring this up. I'm newly dating a guy I met on Bumble and we had the exclusive talk about 1 month ago. He let me know he wasn't using Bumble anymore and asked for me to be exclusive, which I said yes to. He's going to Mexico City for 2 days this week for work. This morning I went to delete my Bumble account and saw that he still hadn't deleted his account. I then went to his account and I saw he set his Bumble account to travel mode for Mexico City. This is something you literally have to pay on Bumble to do. He's not on the trip yet, so I know he did this intentionally to date / hook up / whatever while he was on his trip. I even told him a few days ago that I really like him and don't want this connection to go away. This was before I knew he was still on Bumble. I just said this because I really liked him and wanted to make sure he was still on the same page. And he said with confidence that this connection is not going away and that he's still invested in me. Then I came across this and I'm absolutely devastated. Devastated. The writing is on the wall and I just had no idea how to bring this up to him. He texted me this morning and I haven't replied because I literally don't know what to say. He leaves for a trip Wednesday. Any and all advice is welcome. Please be kind. He broke your guys' exclusive. I get it. And this is why exclusive to me is just pretty much boyfriend, girlfriend. And if he's cheating, he is cheating. Or he is setting up the cheat. He is setting up the pass to do the slam dunk for cheating. It's basketball season. He said he wanted to be exclusive. You said, I'm down to be exclusive too. He is now broke that contract you guys made. that this is an exclusive relationship. Exclusive means we're not hooking up with anybody else. We're just getting to know each other more. And we are not boyfriend, girlfriend yet, but we're exclusive. We're only talking to each other. Yeah, no. He broke that. Now, when I first read it, and before you got into the fact he's on travel mode and that he had set for Mexico City, the fact that he hadn't deleted Bumble yet was being like, okay, maybe he doesn't know where it's going to go, so he has Bumble sitting there. But the fact that he changed the travel mode means, yes, he is doing what you think he's doing. The writing is on the wall. His words are saying one thing, but his actions is telling you the real truth. And the truth is that he is planning on cheating. You bring it up, you say, hey, boyfriend, or not boyfriend, sorry. Hey, Mr. Exclusive. I want to go delete my Bumble this morning, and I decided to look at your profile one last time. Just curiosity kills the cat. And I saw that you have your travel to Mexico City. You can give him a moment to explain, but to me, you should already have your mind set up. Be like, I was under the understanding that we was exclusive. If this is not an exclusive relationship, let me know. And you know what? You can go and have fun in Mexico City. But I'm going to go do my own thing. And I'm going to be single. I had high hopes. You don't have to tell me that you had high hopes. Y'all wasn't boyfriend, girlfriend. To me, boyfriend, girlfriend, just make the label, get it out the way. But y'all wasn't boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't even tell them, you don't deserve the fact to know I had high hopes. But I am devastated about this. You know that? You can say I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed I saw that. But you go have fun. You go do your own thing. I'm going to be single. And if you want to try this again later, you can come back. But I don't want anything less than boyfriend or girlfriend. That's what I would tell him. If you come back, you got to be committed to me. That's how it's going to be. But right now, he's already showing you signs that he's not a committed person. Even right now, if you're exclusive, he's already having the idea to set up the cheat. Even that's emotional cheating. It's not it. It's not it. This is not the guy for you. And it's okay. It's gonna suck. You just know how long you said newly 1 month. Newly for 1 month. You found out. You found out now versus find out 5 years later when he's had a whole person on the side cheating. So I'll consider yourselves lucky for that and call it a day. Say, hey, this is not for me. I'm gonna leave. Toodaloo. Next one. Men, what are some habits that make you lose interest in women? I'm curious to hear from the men in this subreddit about your dating experiences. Specifically, I'd like to know if there are certain habits or behaviors in a woman that make you reconsider your interest in continuing to date her. Whether it's something she does, says, or a way she behaves. What are the deal breakers or turnoffs for you? I can't speak for all men. Each man's going to be different. For me, personally, she has to be goofy. If she's not goofy, she's super serious all the time, or constantly want to start an argument or a debate, that's going to be turnoffs for me. I want somebody who's a little more laid back, who's fun to hang around, who's kind of like a friend. I want a friend, and that my friends, I don't sit around and have arguments and discussions about if somebody make a point about something and that person's right, instead of sitting there contradicting, it's no, you're not right. I don't want that negativity. I'd rather just have fun and kick with my friends. I don't sit there and argue with my friends about well, no, on this date, you're actually wrong. This event happened versus no, I'm pretty sure the Miami Dolphins won in 1972. And this is a whole football reference right there. They was the first undefeated team. Matter of fact, the only undefeated NFL team to win all their games and even the Super Bowl. Anyway, football trivia. But if you know that kind of stuff and somebody's no, actually it was 1974 they did that, you're why are you contradicting me? I have the documents. I have Google. So I don't want somebody who's constantly kind of nag you and constantly be negative, and anytime you say something that contradicts you, it's probably something that to me that's a bit turn off for myself. But you hear a lot of guys, you listen to podcasts, and a lot of guys say what they're looking for. They want somebody who's fun, somebody who has a good personality, somebody's fun to be around, hang out with, and just willing to kick it. And when we might kick it, somebody we can legit be a friend with. We can kick it with our friends. We want our partner to be a friend that we have sex with. Pretty much. Somebody else pointed in this one. They said, if I'm always the one continuing conversations, planning dates, initiating any form of affection, reciprocation is sexy and makes me feel cared for. And that's something that is true too. We want somebody to reciprocate. If we're always getting like one-sided just responses, if we give out answer questions and no responses, or there's no back and forth, and it's just one person, constantly just giving effort, and nobody else is getting, the person not giving the other effort, we're going to be like, hey, where's us? What about me? If we're always giving, there's nothing in return, we don't find that attractive at all. That's a turn off as well. Like, the simple, as a guy, how's his day? It could make a man's whole day. How's your day going? Because at least you tell me you're somewhat interested. To be honest, if I ask you what your day is and you don't respond back with that, I'm going to think that you're like not interested and not want to continue forward. Like, I will feel like, okay, they didn't care about my side of things. I care about theirs, but they didn't care about mine. But that is something, and that's not just, the reciprocation is both men and women. But for most guys, you hear they want somebody to have a great personality, somebody who's fun to hang around with, somebody they can kick it with, and somebody that's, some dudes would say, I guess, turn-offs or deal breakers. Yeah, somebody who's they don't have a good personality. They have a horrible personality or mean, it will probably be a big turn-off and deal breaker. Not probably, will be, to be honest. Or the only thing it brings to the table is just their looks. It's a big turn-off. You gotta have layers, like an onion or like an ogre. Shrek reference. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating, you want to put it in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you, and keep being awesome.